evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Derek Durrell Dixon, and you are watching Talking with 3D. Thank you for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're right here on the IOM Network. I have my good friend, my business partner, my buddy, my partner in life, my friend for life, Mr. Elwood. Mr. KLASS Ingram is in the house tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
With 3D. What is going on, Mr. KLASS? Mr. KLASS.
Oh, man,
this is my first time I've actually interviewed you.
Right. Crazy.
This is new on the flip on the other side. So yes. I'm just glad, here we are. I've started my new show, and we're well into Talking with 3D now. So, but just getting my guests to come on and support what I'm doing is such just an honorable and humble moment that, so surreal and everything that I am doing this, and I just have the people around me to support what I'm doing. So very honored that Mr. KLASS is here tonight. Let me just tell you all a little bit about him, because we're just going to be talking about so much stuff and everything. KLASS, he is an actor, a model, a motivational speaker. He is a father. He does so much in the community. And he's also works with me with the 3D Foundation, putting together Stop the Runway for Autism. He's worked on several projects with me, with different plays that I have written. He's always like my go-to person when I need something, when I need just a shoulder to lean on, somebody to talk to. You always got to have that person in your life. And then he is that person that is there. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, friendships that we have and male friendships, about bonding with male friendships. Also talking about modeling and acting and different things that we have done in the industry, because I think it's important that we as men also talk about it. We see a lot of women, inspiring women, and there's some strong male actors, but we don't really talk a lot about what male actors go through. And a lot of times they say, well, the men get paid more and things like that. But what is it like for men that are trying to still, get into the industry? And I believe that we're in there, but it's the fact that we still trying to push to get to that big point, to get to those and those Oscars. And we're going to talk about that, because of the fact that I always truly believe you have to speak those things. And a lot of times we have an issue of not speaking those things of what we want. We always talk about the negative, but we don't talk about what we truly want. So, Mr. KLASS, welcome. Thank you again for coming on Talking with 3D. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, I am marvelous. It is so good. I am so happy to be here. This is a great day in Zamunda. I have finally made it to Talking with 3D. I want to congratulate you, my brother. Yes, you are doing great things in the neighborhood, within the community. I know that's not my real voice, but yes.
I say you
made it.
You are over there sitting in your smoking jacket and everything, looking all fresh and fly. I know that's right. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, these in the late night hours.
Oh, but this let me tell you something. Talking with 3D, it's real talk for real people. So that's what we are here to do.
You can't handle it? No, go.
Don't come on here
and come back next week.
So listen, a little bit about me and Mr. KLASS. We met each other. We were on a acting class that we took with David Talbert, and we didn't know each other at the time. I came in and I was sitting in the front row, and then all of a sudden, here comes this guy. He was all, hey, everybody and everything, and had on his pointy, shiny shoes on, dressed to the T. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm the only one that dresses like this up in here. Don't come in here trying to steal my shine. So that's how we met. And ever since then, so I approached him, and I was like, let me fill him out and see what he all about and everything. Because I was writing a play, and he had the look and everything that I wanted. So I said, let me see if he really is an actor. So I approached him. I told him a little bit about the play and everything, gave him my card, told him to call me. Well, on the flip, he looking at me like, yeah. Let me see if this guy's for real. So we questioned each other,
Right.
but I kept pursuing him, and I guess we're supposed to say pause right there. But I kept pursuing him because I was like, I really, I was pretty much new to Baltimore, and I was looking for actors and trying to get into the acting room community in Baltimore. So and I thought, wow, here I am in a room full of actors from Washington, D.C. They were from D.C. and the Baltimore area and different surrounding areas outside of the state of Maryland were in that room. And I met people as Tammy Rogers was in there. It was the first time me meeting Tammy Rogers. So a lot of people that I'm now working with were in that room. So it's so full circle that how we all sat in that room with David E. Talbert. Not one of us got picked to be in that movie, but
right.
We are still doing big things and great things. And I really am just like, wow, look where we started and look where we're at now, hosting talk shows and putting together, plays and movies. And I started a nonprofit down here and the action shows that we put together. So it is truly amazing how that one thing kicked off for us to start something new.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that definitely was a crazy day because I was definitely looking at you like, here we go with another one. Oh yeah, you're great talent. And they don't call back or they don't follow through. But no, this was a different type of director. No, I'm serious. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna call you on Tuesday. You called, followed up with an email. I said, okay, all right, I'm gonna go out. Went to the thing. I said, oh yeah, this brother's legit. Okay, he was serious. And he tells me about a play that he's been writing for 93 years, and he's thinking about bringing out 20 more years.
Right.
It's about to happen now.
It's about to happen now. So yes. But listen, so you have, because I know that you started first in modeling. So we'll talk about your modeling career first. So you started in modeling, and I know you started when you was around 10 years old. You got into working in the mall, and your sister kind of pushed you out there and said, you can do this, go on up there and be a model and everything. So at that age, because you are 10 years old, of course, every 10-year-old is cute, you know. Or we as parents, as sisters and siblings, we all think that, oh, he's so cute and everything. So what made you still continue on and say, you know what, I really want to pursue this. I really want to be a model and growing and evolving as a model?
Well, what actually pushed me is because, well, for one, my sister did it and she was modeling for Travis Winky. And when she did it, it wasn't that many guys. And then the guys who was walking, I was like, I walk like that every Sunday when I put on my good clothes. I could do that, get some hand claps. I can do that. But all actuality, my sister, my mom, everybody, they told me no, that I don't want my brother to be a model. I don't want him to do these type of things. Nobody really pushed me. Everybody said, no, either I don't want you to do it or you can't do it. And that lit a flame. I was like, oh, I can't do it. You don't want me to do it? Because this was during the time where it wasn't necessarily safe. Well, it was a stereotype where everyone of a certain caliber, if you're modeling, you're male modeling, then you're sleeping with the same sex. So they was trying to push that on me. No, I don't want you to turn into this. I was like, even as a young guy, I was like, that doesn't make sense. Just because you're doing one job, that doesn't determine who you are. I think you're just trying to scare me away from it. So then when I started to tell some of my friends, then they were just like, no, you can't do that. I said, oh, okay, that's all these can'ts and no's and don'ts and won'ts. So I just decided to do it. I put my Nikes on and I just did it. Just went gun hole for it.
And I think it is because the fact that back, when men started to come out as models, we think about the Madonnas. And then when Madonna did a lot of the her music videos and everything, and there was predominantly a lot of gay men that were in her videos. So this started this movement. So you would think anything that a guy did that was considered flamboyant, or you wearing a certain thing,
certain color, pink, if you do,
right. You were, you had to be considered that something, that they would question your masculine, if you were masculine or not, or your sexuality. So they would question it. And I think that that's something so valid to talk about, because of the fact that, that's why a lot of men don't get into the modeling industry or even into the acting industry, because of the fact that that stereotype is there. So how did you become to the point that, you know what, I'm not going to worry about what people may say or think about me, because you have to be a strong person to be in this type of role.
Right. It really, honestly, I think that was just a God-given talent. It was just something that was ordained to me. Like, no matter what, I didn't ever have the fanciest of clothes. Everything was never name brand, but I made sure whenever I stepped out of the house, I made sure my clothes was on, my teeth was brushed, and my teeth was brushed and my hair was combed. And everything that I did it very strategically, just to make sure that it looked nice. And the way that I would do it is I would style it different ways. Now, at first I was worried about people and how it would look. They would laugh, but then next thing you know, TV years later, then they're wearing the stuff that I was wearing. So it just got to a point, I just said, people are gonna laugh regardless.
Right.
So I just say, I'm gonna put on whatever I wanna put on, do whatever I wanna do, dress however I wanna dress, model whatever I wanna model in. And I'm just gonna be me, whether you like it or not. You're gonna laugh then, but you're gonna see me one way or another.
I always push you, and I push other people. I think the one thing that we have to do in the industry is learn how to speak those positive things. And something you just said, reminds me of that, because of the fact that I just watched a young lady, and she was crying, and she was talking about how, what should she do to get into the acting industry and the modeling industry. And the person just told them, all you need to do is speak the things into the universe and learn how to say, you know what, I'm going to get a job, and I'm going to model this, or I'm going to act this, and I'm going to work with these certain people, and I want to work on this type of set. And if you set and lay the foundation for what you want to do, those doors, you'll be amazed of how all of a sudden you're looking around like, oh my gosh, I'm on the set of Tyler Perry, or I'm walking with Tyra Banks. I'm doing these things. Instead of saying, oh, I won't, oh, I don't do that, oh, I won't do that. It bothers me so bad when I hear the people say what they won't do. They don't realize that God said, oh, well, I just had that job for you, but let me shut that door. Oh, I just had this job for you, but you don't do that. So let me just shut that door. Oh, you don't do that? Oh, okay. Let me shut that door.
Exactly.
You shut the doors on yourself.
Yeah.
We have to learn to speak positive things into our lives every morning. Life is rough already, 24/7. Why do we have to add on top of that? So we have to learn that, life is so rough for us, especially as men, as Black men. So how do we, encourage ourselves and encourage others? So I think that's a big point. Listen, we're going to talk about acting and getting into acting when we come back. So ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. You are watching Talking with 3D right here on IOM Network.
All right, what do we got?
Just came in. Heart attack. 5'9", 300 pounds, 32 years old.
How the hell does that happen?
Can I get a, Could be developing diabetes. You have to exchange.
You're graduating. Watch TV. You won't even have to leave.
You can't do this.
Yes, can I get a...
Yeah, no, deep dish.
You have to make a change. Good job, Jim. You got an A+.
Here are your fries, sweetie. You go.
I still can't believe you give this child freckles.
I know, but it's the only thing that'll make him stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You are right here. We're talking with 3D. I am here with Mr. Class, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know him, you will know him. I'm telling you right now, model, actor. He is also the host of Helping Brothers Out, the father of the 3 beautiful girls. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, this guy, he has been going places and going more places. And if he doesn't, I kick his butt to get up to go to those places. I don't want to hear, I'm the type of person, I don't want to hear no complaints or nothing. Nothing is stopping you in your life to doing what you want to do. Only person that's stopping you is you. So that's something I truly believe. Listen, you are also, you have been working and grinding here lately, doing your acting jobs. And I just love to see you go out and do, you know, do your work and everything. So I know the last job that you wanted, you did Project Heat.
Yes. Oh man.
So tell everybody about Project Heat and what that, because it was so funny that it's kind of like a, I'll let you tell them, it was like it's a non-scripted type, you know, episodes and everything. So tell us more about Project Heat.
So Project Heat is based on a true story. Is based out of New York City, the Pink Homes. Well-known project homes where a lot of drug and ordeals went at. And it all basically started from a guy's name goes by Pop, as well as KD. And they're the main people who created this web series based off of New York, and then they branch off and go into Atlanta, as well as Baltimore as well. And with my character, I played Officer Checo. Now this was this was totally different from what I'm accustomed to, because when I went out for the go-see, it was just like, okay, they just want to get to know you, see what you're about, look at, you know, your swag, what you could possibly bring to the table. So it's really with them, they let you know, not until you made it. Okay. But they didn't let you know why they were asking certain questions, because it wasn't really an interview. It wasn't like, okay, well, tell us some stuff you've been working on. It was just general questions to see how you respond, how you react to things. And that's when their brainwaves started working to figure out if you could be able to be a right type of fit for that.
Right.
And then once you go through the series of cuts, then it was like, okay, yeah, you made it, meet us here. I'm like, I made what? Meet you where? They was just like, yeah, meet us here at this time, put on this.
Right.
Huh? Well, I got a whole, do you want it all black? You want medium black? You want this? You want sneakers? You want dress shoes? What do you want? So I played it so safe. And I get on set, but I was like, wait, what's my character? I didn't get a script.
Oh, wow.
What's the basis of this? Be here at this time and wear this.
See.
I show up. They're speaking to everybody. I'm asking, hey, what's your role? I don't know. What's your role? I don't know. Well, I know your role because I know you from season 1.
Right.
He got to me and said, you're an officer. Your name is Officer Checo. This is your partner. His name is Stone. I'll be back to y'all in 10 minutes.
Wow. So this was like it was more improv.
Yeah.
You had to be quick on your feet.
Yes.
And just know how to But how did you guys on this project, how did you build the chemistry with each other? You didn't have a lot of time. You get to know who the actor is as you walked in on set, and
Right.
basically trying to fulfill a storyline. So
Yeah.
what was the chemistry like? Well, I mean, I know y'all look around like,
Man.
okay, I'm
Yeah.
Chico. Am I Chico the
Right.
man? Am I Chico? You know, what kind of Chico am I going to be?
Well, it was crazy because another one of my Christian brothers, our brother Norman Young, we actually grew up in the church together. And we hadn't seen each other in at least about 12, 13 years. But we kept looking at each other like, bro, I know we know each other. We just could not figure out where. But then we started talking. It was like, oh yeah, we was in the church thing. Oh yeah, I remember you. So I guess this is all a part of their madness as well. They know who could, just by the general questions they were asking, they already could imagine who could work what and who could do this.
Right.
So it was like me being a little bit more skilled. It was just like, I'm writing everything down. Okay, this is the scenario, that's the main key points we got to hit. We came together, we created a scene. Then by the time we get to them, they're like, okay, yeah, that's great. But we about to call action, but I need y'all to change this, that, and the third.
Okay.
I'm gonna give y'all 3 minutes.
Wow.
And come right back. And we have to develop it. And if you can't do it, you ain't really making the cut.
You out.
But
right.
I guess they figured, during the interview process, who could be able to handle those type of tasks. So it was a hard task, but I enjoyed it because I loved improv.
So you come
all day.
You come from the life of theater and from working movies and everything. What do you enjoy most? Because I always said that I believe that you should learn theater first. Because if you learn theater first, then because theater's hard.
Yeah. I personally enjoy theater because with theater I have more freelance, and I could throw an improv line in there to help me get back on the right track, to what the line really is. Okay. Whereas though a movie, your line is your line.
That's right. That's right.
Your line is your line.
And there's a lot of directors that get upset no, you were supposed to say the, and you said the.
Yep. They will be on it. They'll be like, oh yeah, that's a great job, but that's not what I'm asking for. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and
I definitely love theater more.
And that it's tough a lot of times too, because in movie roles, you kind of want to throw your little, yourself into it.
Yeah.
But like you said, they'll say, that's not it. This is what I want. And I need you to be this character. So they don't want, at this moment, I don't want you to throw in something funny. I don't want you to do this kind of thing. I don't want you, they don't want it. So it's something that you really have to be dedicated to, because otherwise movies are, working behind the set is not for you. It's not just for you. Because on stage, if you forget a line or something, you don't have no other choice but to improv.
Exactly. That
it ain't no cut.
Ain't no, oh no, I missed my line. Let me go back.
I gotta go back.
All right, audience, y'all ready? All right, I'm gonna say this line over again.
Right.
No, you can't do that.
Unless you work on one of my stage plays, and I'll call you out because you don't know your lines. Or you don't show up on the stage.
That ain't the line, boy. That ain't the line. But whatever. Go ahead and carry on.
Man. Listen.
Definitely gives you a lot more leeway.
We're going to talk a little bit more about it. We have, I have enjoyed when we were in the pandemic, when it all started and everything, I discovered TikTok. And TikTok took me actually to another level as far as acting. It really has. Because then I wasn't afraid to be different characters and just enjoy the freedom of acting. And a lot of it wasn't giving out lines. It was reciting lines that were already there. So it was reenacting something that was already there. But I truly enjoyed and still do doing my TikToks and love being different characters and not being afraid. And we're going to talk about that when we come back. But I finally got you to do a TikTok with me. And it was just that little 15 seconds. It was just hilarious. So listen, check it out. We'll be right back.
You have a drinking problem? No, I pretty much got it figured out. What's your favorite beer? An open one? And how do you know when you've had too much? I run out? Yeah. Have you ever been to an AA meeting? AA is for quitters.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back. Let me tell you that I'm telling you, those TikToks they're fun. And a lot of people say, oh, TikTok is for young kids and everything. I encourage actors. If you want to be in acting, I encourage you to enjoy the life of TikTok, because I actually got a role. Somebody discovered me from doing my different roles on TikTok. And I got a featuring part in a film that's going to be coming out. It's called The Detour. It's going to be coming out by doing my TikToks. So it doesn't hurt. I think so many people, Elwood, are so afraid of just really stepping out of their box. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I want people to think this of me. So many people look at me and think I'm always so business. I'm so, everything is A, B, C, D. It's always this way. Right. And when I do my TikToks, they're just like, I never knew this side of him. Mm-hmm. So, what do you tell people? How do you encourage people that it is okay to step out of the box? Because I actually jump on you at times too. Step out of your box. Right. You can't always do the same thing. What are people afraid of?
Right. You just gotta forget about it. Like I said, people are gonna talk, people are gonna ridicule you, people are gonna say what they want to say, no matter what. You can have all the money in the world, the biggest house, the biggest car, the biggest everything in the world, the best, the first, the only one, and they still gonna talk about you.
They still gonna talk about you.
You don't have nothing to lose. Just put your Nikes on and just do it. Just be the best you that you can be. That's the only way you're going to be able to stand out doing anything that you want to do. You can't be the best A student if you copying off of Charles. That ain't really your A. That's his A. You ain't going to get those. That's really not you. So you just got to be the best you that you can be, because these footprints, these these fingertip prints, they don't change. They're all different. You're different for a reason, which means your purpose is different from the next person's purpose. So,
and the thing is, I like to tell you that you have to stop worrying about what people think. As me and Elwood, we are so close, and we do a lot of things together. And people, this is real talk for real people. People have put us in relationships. They have said that we were married, and all these kind of things out there. And this is my thing when people, have to say things like that. My thing is that they are trying to get to know, be in your business, of course. But when you put yourself in certain situations, and you know what, you've opened yourself to people judging you and wanting to know more about you. So, you can't always fail. And there's days that I close my door and I don't answer the phone, and I have my time. But when I'm on. And you open yourself up to people wanting to know more about you. It is up to you how you deal with that.
How you deal with it.
It's up to you. My thing is, I let this stuff roll right off my back. There's so many things that they have said about me and Elwood, and a lot of things I said, I'm not gonna even repeat it back, because it doesn't even make sense to. So therefore, I'll hold on to it and be like, you know what? you know, if it's something that I feel is not going to hurt the other person or endanger them, I can squash it, I can move on, and I'm not hurt by it. I'm just like, you know what, you be you, I'm gonna be me.
Exactly.
So I think that that's one thing that's important. I think one thing that you coming out of your shell, I remember us doing a photo shoot. We had a bunch of guys get together and do a photo shoot, and you did your first, we want to say semi-implied nude photo shoot. So what made you at that point saying, okay, I'm ready, I'm gonna do it?
Oh, I don't know. I just saw it. I saw the fur. I had a vision. And I was just like, oh, okay. Hey, brother Zach, before I change my mind, get the camera, let's do this downstairs. Hey, come on, let's go. You was like, okay. Hey, come, we going downstairs.
Right.
It just did it.
But what was so funny though about it is he thought about doing it. So he thought about doing it, and it was the sauna. It was in the sauna. It was set up, the lighting perfect and everything. So he got in there. He had this piece of fur. So he had his underwear on, and he tried to roll up his underwear. And put the fur over top. I was like, man, if you're gonna do this, do it and do it right, and do it right. And I'm telling you, it was an incredible picture that we captured and everything. Did you feel that a sense of freedom that when you did it, like, you know what, if I can do this, I can accomplish anything?
Yeah, honestly, I did. And I was already, right after that first picture snapped, I was already, the crazy part about it, I was already picturing the backlash. But I kept going because this is something that I wanted to do. And I felt it, that the time was now. Right. And that actually boosted a lot of different people to work with me. And they saw that, hey, it's okay. Hey, this brother's going to push the envelope. And some of my best friends who I never would think, who were guys, know me since high school, they was like, bro, I saw the picture. I wasn't expecting that, but man, you've been grinding hard. Honestly, that's a dope picture. That's great art. That's a good look for you, El. And I was like, wow, thanks, man. Like, I greatly appreciate that. Because I started looking at different type of magazines and everything on Sports Illustrated at just about every other year. They have a new person with a baseball bat, a guitar, a tennis racket, or something. I was like, all right, I'm not no famous football player or anything. I said, but I think my body is very nice. I've been putting in work in this model game for a very, very long time. Time to step outside of the box. Time to do something different. Time to just push myself to be even more greater than what I know who I really am. So I just said, forget it. Let's do it.
You got to do it. And let me tell you, when you just said, the backlash, I'm going to tell you something about me, about myself. I encourage the backlash. I do things for the backlash because of the fact that if I don't push myself and push others when I write my plays, when the things that I write about in my plays or pictures that I may take and everything, I encourage the backlash because you're going to talk and it's going to create dialogue. If I sit there and I be the basic Derek, then I'm always going to be that basic Derek, and you never see me evolve. So the backlash to me is something that is always going to push me to go further. It's going to push me to say, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, you want to talk about that because you saw me in church Sunday, and then on Monday you saw me in a bikini. Okay, well, you're going to see me Tuesday.
At Bible study, I see.
Tuesday I'll be in Bible study, and then Wednesday I'll be in my silk robe. So I never want to stop being me, and I encourage people. I encourage you you have to go out there and be the best you. It's so important, and if you don't, if you're doing a disservice to yourself. I will always, anybody that's in my circle, I am going to push you to keep being your best. And when I see something in you, I'm going to do it. If you stop believing in yourself, you know what? I've done my job. I've done my job.
Exactly.
But my thing is this, I want to see you succeed. Stop being afraid to be the best you. Wake up. I say, wake up every morning and you got to speak those things. You know, I'm going to tell you, it was so funny that Mr. Class sent me a movie, a role that they were looking for, people for a movie role. And I sent him an email or text him and say, hey, did you hear back about the movie role yet? So he's like, nah, I ain't heard back yet. I ain't heard nothing. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I already knew I had got a part in it, but I did not say nothing to him because I was like, I want to wait for him to hear something from, you know, whatever project that he's doing. Because sometimes we have to do that. Don't always got to boast in people's face. Well, I already got this and I'm doing this.
Right.
Sometimes you got to know your timing. You have to know and know who people are. So today I saw that he booked a job, and I want to say congratulations on that. So,
Thank you.
So you always have to know your timing. But you got to know that some things are for you, some things are not for you. And what's for you is for you. And we have to believe that, but we have to encourage each other to know that, you know what, this is just, there's so many of us out there that want to be actors and want to be models and want to be hosts and all this kind of stuff. We all want to do something and better ourselves to be the best that we can be. But we also have to be able to encourage each other. I don't need to step over you. I don't need to push you down for me to move to the next level. Because I'm going to tell you something. Eventually, you're going to knock me and you're going to knock my butt right down and be like, all right, you try to do it to me, brother, but look, I'm 5 more steps ahead of you already.
Right. And the crazy part is I'm a firm believer in whatever you put out there, you'll definitely get back. Whenever you're good to somebody else, nothing but good and greatness is definitely going to come back towards you. So when the crazy part was when I sent you that, I filled it out, but I immediately thought of you. I was like, man, that would be perfect for this. Like, I'm gonna send it to him. Then when I called you, I said, hey, all perfectly honestly, I filled it out. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but I'm sending it to you because I think that you would be a better fit. And I think that you would get the job way before I did. Now I'm still waiting on that one, but other things came through. So that doesn't mean that you're supposed to block your blessing. Your blessing could be within somebody else's blessing.
That's
so if you know that you can't get it, or if you don't want to share these type of information, that just with that little information that you shared to that person could put them on another level. So then they'll be like, oh, I remember this brother looked out for me and did this for me. Let me reach out to him and send him some of the things, you know, that I've been going for, and look out for him the same way that he looked out for me. And honestly, that's how I have booked 90% of my gigs. 90% of my gigs is because I show love to other people and support them and share their stuff and show up to other things. And they just like, hey, I heard about this. People that I haven't seen or spoke to in years will inbox, oh yeah, that's right, you model, you do this, right? Hey, check this out. And that's just friends and loved ones, just being there.
So look, we have hosted together, Helping Brothers Out, and we started it 3 years ago, 3 years going on 4 years now. And we started this movement because of the Me Too movement, and a lot of men were being just I mean, every other week, if somebody was, I mean, I was like, geez, you could. And people that you like Matt Lowry and people, I just out of the woodwork, you're like, wait, what? He lost his job. He, you know, everybody out there, it's like every man out there was looking around like, Lord, who coming after me? You know. So I was like, wow, we have to show men in a positive light, because the fact not every man is you know, considered the Me Too movement. So we started Helping Brothers Out, and recently, because of the fact that I started talking with 3D, I stepped down as a host, and now working just as the executive producer for the show. And now Mr. KLASS will be taking over as the lead host for Helping Brothers Out. So Mr. KLASS, you got to watch him. He's Helping Brothers Out will be on every Thursday on Be Inspired Global. So make sure that you watch that at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Mr. KLASS taking over Helping Brothers Out. What does that feel like? What does it look like? Because now here you are hosting the show. What does it feel like, and what is Helping Brothers Out? What direction do you want to take Helping Brothers Out?
Oh man, I just want to take them just definitely to higher into next levels, man. And it's also going to be a learning experience for me, because even though I'm taking over, that doesn't mean that I know pretty much everything. So I'm always going to take a little bit of piece from all different types of talk shows. It's this new talk show that I was just watching the other day, is hosted by Derek Darrell Dixon. Is Talking with 3D. So I was watching him, and you know how he maneuvers things.
Now let me tell you something. By watching that show, child, you were gonna get the best advice that you could ever get. So you keep watching that on the IOM network. Yes, and click on Talking with 3D on Facebook. But go ahead. I ain't gonna let you stop.
So just definitely just looking forward to just interviewing all walks of life, and interesting, intriguing conversation. And definitely a lot more learning points. And definitely I want to bring out some of the deeper sides what people are more so afraid to talk about. As far as even the men, even the women, you know, whether it be love, whether it be abuse, whether it be a sickness they may be dealing with, just anything that's always going to be encouraging. Because that's one thing about HBO Helping Brothers Out, is at the end of the day, you'll find a piece somewhere within those conversations that you can relate to. You'll always be able to take something home with you, whether it be tangible, whether it be a cup. You can order a mug from us as well. Or whether it be a t-shirt, or whether it just be just an inspiring quote for that day. As well as you'll always get the information of the artists and life coaches, taxes, a little bit of everything. Gives you a little bit of pieces from all different. So you'll be able to learn something and take something home with you. So that's my main goal, is that you learn something each and every show.
I think that when we host, you become a host of any type of show, regardless if it's radio or anything like that. You can't be afraid of giving people real, not just reality shows, but realness. And there's a difference when you give them realness. And you can't be afraid to tap into things that people are afraid to talk about. And I think that's what's so taboo now, is that we're so afraid to talk about sexuality. We're so afraid to talk about abuse. We're so afraid to, just talk about just anything that people feel is so taboo. We have to take this platform and take it to another level, as far as being able to, we're not there to expose people, but we're there to educate people. And I think that's why I enjoy doing this show. I enjoy the platform that we have. And again, watching different other, platforms and what they do have to offer, it gives you an idea of what to bring forth to Helping Brothers Out. Me talking with 3D, I sit there, and I'm now working with Mike Lee and for the Mike Lee Show, and he's producing Talking with 3D. Just the little conversations that we have and being creative has taught me so much. So you have to be able to be teachable and not think that you know everything. Be teachable, so that way you can go to another level. And me and Mike, we get together and we come up with all these creative ideas, and I'm just like, wow. So I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen with Helping Brothers Out. I love where Talking with 3D, where we're going with that. So it's just the fact that, we can't be afraid of the dark side. Step into the light. And what's her name?
Coming to the light, Caroline.
You got to step into the light, because I'm telling you, the light will show you so much. Stay in the darkness, you can't see nothing.
Right.
You just can't see nothing.
Indeed.
So
Turn the
yeah,
light
so
on.
turn the light on. I'm excited. I'm excited for where we're going. I think that, we encourage each other to do what we're doing. And, we as men, we have to have friendships that are genuine and be strong friendships. Do we talk on the phone every day? No, we don't. And it may be a whole week that goes by, but we know that, hey, I ain't talked to him, he ain't talked to me. But it's not the fact that something's wrong. It's just the fact that, you know what, it's life. He has a life, I have a life. So, but it's the fact that I know that I can pick up the phone. I will say one positive good thing about Elwood is that before I could call Elwood and I would be in my worst mood and everything, Elwood will call me back 5 days later. Well, by that time, I don't drink myself drunk and I don't drink. But now,
so you had a lot of grape juice then.
Right. But now I can say, I can call Elwood and he picks up that phone within the second ring. So, and he'll either tell me, hey, I can't talk right now, I'll call you right back. Or or I say, hey, you got 5 minutes, and then turns into an hour. So one good thing I can say about him now is the fact that when I do call him, he picks up that phone. Now, the rest of y'all, I can't speak for him. I don't know. He don't pick up the phone. He don't talk to y'all. That's y'all's fault. Y'all deal with that. But I'm just saying, for me and him, that it works for me and him. So y'all be like, well, he don't pick up the phone for me. Oh, well. I don't know what y'all's conversation is about. So therefore, you figure that out.
Right, yeah, they gotta figure that out.
So listen, Mr. Class, where can everybody find you on your platforms?
Oh man, well, you can find me on Facebook at Elwood Mr. Class Ingram. And you can find me on Instagram, that's Men with Class, that's MENWITH .KLASS. That's on IG. You can also see me this Sunday at the Mbaka International Waterfront Show in DC. We'll be reviewing, I'll be one of the featured male models there, reviewing hair care as well as facial care, different product lines for the ladies as well as for the gentlemen. Then you can also catch me in Stomp the Runway for Autism. That will also be on October the 23rd at the Palladium. That show starts promptly at 12 o'clock. You can also catch me November 6th, Wounded stage play. You can catch me there. You can catch me on just about everything because I'm busy, I'm working. Also, if you got a chance, check out Church web series along with Project Heat Baltimore. They're both found on YouTube. And I got a ton of projects. So yeah, y'all, you just fine, but definitely follow me on Men with Class on Instagram, because I got about 18 followers, 6 of them 10. But I'm trying to get my followers up. I'm trying to get better. So help a brother out.
you got to do some more photo shoots.
Right.
Let me direct you. I'll get you out there. Listen,
Right.
we got a few more minutes, but we're gonna take a quick break. I want y'all to get the information for Stomp the Runway for Autism and also for Wounded. It's gonna be coming up for all the information. So get your pen and your paper out and everything, and write down how you can get tickets now right here in Baltimore, Maryland. So we'll be right back. Get a snack. Come right on back because we got a few minutes to talk to Mr. Class right here on Talking with 3D.
The 3D Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that brings awareness to autism by special events and community events like Stomp the Runway for Autism. We also specialize in health and wellness services, advocacy services, clothing and school supplies, food for families in need. Be a part and make a donation now at www.the3dfoundation.org.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back just like that, talking with 3D. I hear him with Mr. Class, ladies and gentlemen, model, actor, motivational speaker, host of Helping Brothers Out, and a father of 3 gorgeous girls. Mr. Class, what is it like in 2001 going into 22, being a father of 3 girls, one now in the teenage years?
Yes.
I have 3 boys. I can't imagine 3 boys. You could be like, boy, go on. go on
Right.
and go up the street and everything and come on back. I'll see you in
Right.
a couple hours. But girls, how, being a father of 3 girls.
Man, it's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. I don't know what God was really trying to teach me, but crazy part, I knew that I was gonna have girls. I knew it. The moment that mom said that she was pregnant, it's a girl. I knew it. But all honesty, as long as you train your child up in a good way, they're going stray away.
Oh yeah.
They'll always come back. They know their right from wrong. They know what they should and what they should not be doing.
Right.
And I don't even have to be near my kids to tell if they telling the story or not. Because I have a very strategic way of asking questions. 9 times out of 10, I pretty much already know the answer, but I'm gonna see what you gonna say.
Yeah.
But they're great girls. Grades are just phenomenal. I'm like, they must get that part from their mother because
these are some new age. But these are some new age kids, though. New age kids now. When you say you call their name, Caleb, come here. What? We were. There's no way that we could say what. No way we could say what. We were yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Right.
And when you were called, your name was called, it was front and center.
Yeah, you better not. You
I don't
need
care
to respond.
if you was
come here.
if you was 2 feet away, you best move because they will not say nothing until you were in the front. Oh, I just wanted to know where you was at.
You could have asked me that.
I ain't asking you. I told you to come here.
Right.
But these are some new age kids now that and then you can't do nothing to them. Because anytime everybody got a camera out, or the kids can go tell anything, and they come to your house, they coming up, Mr. Class. The little girl told us that you twisted your hair too tight. We want to check her to make sure she ain't got a sore on her scalp.
Right.
Yes.
When you want this hair done, you better get out of here. Yeah, it's twisted tight. You know how much I paid for that hair, dude? I don't care if she crying. I told her to go lay down. I gave her some Robitussin. She's in the bed. Right.
See, you're gonna be all right. I put some grease up in there. It was Crisco, but it's some grease. She all right. So I thank you guys. I thank you for tuning in to Talking 3D. We are right here on the IOM network. Every Wednesday, you can check us out on the IOM network at 7 p.m. and at 8 p.m. You can also go to my page on Facebook, Talking with 3D, and check out every show that we put on also. I want to thank my producer, Mr. Mike Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, please also check out his page, Mike Lee, and watch everything that he's doing. If you guys ever need something produced, whatever you want to do, check out Mike Lee. The brother is bad, and I truly appreciate where he is pushing me and taking me to the next level. So thank you for that. So thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to Talking with 3D. I am your host, Derek Darrell Dixon, and always remember, this is real talk for real people. We will see you right here next Wednesday. Peace. See you again soon.